Maryland's height worked against him and gave him a higher center of gravity and easier to bring down. At that point.
For RJ, his 50th reception. 3 and out.
You can't ask for better pass defense than that. Timing it perfectly, you're swatting the ball away. Might have kept a hand check with the right hand on the receiver, but that's okay. That's legal.
Yep, as long as you don't pull him,
exactly.
You can have your hand on the receiver. That's well done there by Washington. That kind of stems the tide a little bit and all the momentum that the Dragons had.
It's a win for the Legacy defense, making Carroll punt.
Tyler White averaging about 41 yards per punt. Booms this one away. And that's going to bounce inside the 10, inside the 5, and it is going to roll dead at the 2.5-yard line. You cannot do it any better, Mr. Tyler White.
You know, it's just not fair. Carroll is so good. They've also got apparently one of the best punters in the state. That was a beautiful punt. Got it to die right inside the 5, just like he wanted to.
So that certainly flips the field position, and Legacy's got a long way to go. They'll spot it at the 3. And so far, Legacy just has not been able to get anything going offensively.
They've got that big offensive line, and might be time to lean on those guys. They're going to punch out some room here.
4 total yards for the Rebels tonight. They give it to Young, and Young gets stood up right at the line of scrimmage. It's Barrett Baker, the 6'2 senior, making the tackle. Looks like to be a tackle for a loss back to the 2.
The smaller Carroll linemen and linebackers are just shooting the gaps there, out-quicking the big, beefy Legacy linemen.
Yeah, they're trying to run Young between the tackles, and there just has not been any room for him. 2nd down and 11. Davila back to pass, 6 yards deep in his end zone. He's looking here near side. Receiver slips, and it was nearly intercepted. It was Chris Brazel that fell down coming out of his route. And there was Avion Jones that almost got himself a pick 6.
We've seen some players slip here this weekend. This turf is different than any turf that the players normally play on. This turf was built specifically for baseball. Has a coconut shavings instead of little rubber pellets as the filling in order to give a baseball a truer bounce. But
Third and 11 from their own 2, trailing 14-0. Legacy now just trying to get a little room for their punter. Davila will hand it off to Young, and not much at all. Maybe gets a couple out of the 4. And again, for the 3rd straight possession, it is a 3 and out for the Rebels.
Tremendous stand by the Carroll defense. They had Legacy backed up and didn't let them really go anywhere. They had to be thinking safety on that play. They didn't get the safety, but they forced in a punt from the back of the end zone.
So they'll be forced to punt. Josh Spaeth, Jacob Jordan back deep.
He is about a foot from the end line there.
As the ball will be put away by Davis. Jordan has it from the 36. Left side, inside the 35. Flags fly. Probably a penalty against the Dragons.
Well, he got the punt off. He did the good job there, but it was a line drive that was catchable and able to be returned. But something's going to happen here with these flags.
2 flags were thrown pretty much immediately. And this might set Carroll back 10 yards.
Well, can the Legacy defense do it again and force Carroll to punt? But this penalty will obviously help in terms of field position. Instead of about the 33, ball's going to be put down at about the 43.
There you see the block in the back penalty. So this drive will start for the Dragons, still in plus territory at the 43. You get a look at the replay, and there you see the push in the back right there. Easy call for the officials to make.
Yeah, very obvious. Now it's up to the Legacy defense again to try to help its offense dig out of a hole. Carroll in good field position. It's going to be another tough challenge.
Hand off to O'Allen. Look out. Inside the 30, still on his feet, down to the 26-yard line, gain of 17 more. Boy, the left side, Joey Baker, Jake Hall opening up that hole that time for Owen Allen.
Mario Serrano wrapped him up, but he didn't. Owen Allen was going to be in the end zone.
Jake Hall, the 6'2", 275-pound junior. Joey Baker, left tackle at 6'3", 265, the senior. It's a really strong offensive line the Dragons have. First down and 10. Allen gets a carry again. Good gain on first down inside the 20 to the 19. He'll pick up 7 more.
Carroll is just content to ride Allen right now with a 2-touchdown lead and the field tilted their way. Why not just use your big workhorse running back and not put the ball in the air? But we know Carroll likes to put the ball in the air, so not just pull it off here. That trigger finger gets a little itchy when you're as good at throwing the ball as Carroll is.
Approaching a minute to play here in what has been a dominating first quarter for Carroll, both offensively and defensively. Maryland coming in as an extra blocker. They give it to Allen, and Allen's going to get the first down inside the 15, down to about the 13. Gain him another 6 yards. They're just imposing their will right now with SouthLake Carroll.
Well, when Maryland shifted in over to the tight end position, he's big enough to play tight end. You knew it was probably going to be a run there. And they are just, like you said, imposing their will on the Legacy defense.
Yeah, R.J. Maryland goes 6'3", 200 pounds. And the Dragons knocking on the door again, looking for their 3rd touchdown. Anderson, with to Allen again, running off left side. He'll take it inside the 10. He pushed back at the 8, as that likely will be the final play here of the first quarter. And indeed, it will be a dominating first quarter for Carroll. They're on top of Legacy 14-0. We'll come back with the second quarter after this. You're watching the Texas High School Football Playoffs on the NFHS Network. Mike Beasley, Keith Whitmire back here at Globe Life Field in Arlington. The start of the second quarter. Dragons leading at 14-0, looking for more. They'll begin the second quarter with a second down at the 8-yard line. Second down and about 6.
Could we see a Carroll possession where they don't throw the ball?
And they'll give it to Allen. Allen will take it inside the 5, close to the marker. It's to be just about a yard shy of the first down to bring up third down.
That was just a surge forward of the young men in green. It's just Midland Legacy's just having a hard time getting their footing against this.
Dragons, the district champions of District 4 6A. Legacy, the district champions of District 2 6A.
Oh.
There's the fake. What a beautiful fake by Caden Anderson, and he will dance into the end zone for the 3-yard touchdown run. His 6th rushing touchdown of the season, and the Dragons have their 3rd touchdown of the day.
That's just not fair. You know, Midland Legacy's doing everything they can to stop Owen Allen. Then when they get to the goal line, they fake it to Allen, and easy walk-in for the quarterback for the SouthLake Carroll Dragons. There's a big turnout here along here on the third baseline here. Globe Life Field is all in SouthLake Carroll green, but there's a great turnout of Midland Legacy people as well.
Extra point is up and good in 28 seconds into the second quarter. The Carroll Dragons extend their lead to 21-0. You're watching the Texas High School Football Playoffs on the NFHS Network. been all Carroll so far, leading Legacy 21-0 early stages of the second quarter. Again, Legacy has been held to 4 yards of total offense. 4.
My goodness.
Their first goal right now is just try to get themselves a first down.
As I was saying, a lot of people came a long way from Midland to watch this game, and they haven't seen much from their team yet.
Again, Michaelan Young, who has rushed for nearly 2,100 yards this year, came in averaging 191 yards a game, 7 rushes for 8 yards.
That is a true testament to the SouthLake Carroll defense. Those kids just really play hard and great, tremendous technique and speed to their advantage. We've seen bigger defensive fronts, but you don't have to be big if you know how to play the game.
So the Legacy Rebels just trying to hit the reset button with their sophomore quarterback here, Marcos Davila. He'll pass here on first down. Davila looking. Pocket holds, throws, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Donnie Bishop, who was coming back. The pass was underthrown. Bring up a 2nd down and 10. So instead of trying to run it on first down, trying to change up tendencies a little bit, looking for a pass play. Pass was just a little underthrown.
Yeah, Davila showed some good poise and stepped up in the pocket with bodies flying around him. He just really had nothing there, and he ended up taking the shot anyway.
Again, Davila's thrown for close to 2,600 yards this year. 2nd down. They hand the football off to Bishop this time. It's Donnie Bishop, the reserve running back, gets the carry, but he doesn't get much, maybe a couple. And again, Legacy looking at a 3rd down and long, which has been the story for them offensively here in this first half.
Well, that time they try to run to the outside. There's like 4 Carroll defenders waiting for them right there. They just have everything covered. They cannot solve the SouthLake Carroll defense.
The Mike linebacker, Benicio Porras, coming over there, making the stop. Carroll showing blitz. 3rd and 7. Penguins do not bring pressure. They rush just 4. Throws over the middle and nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. As getting his hand on the football was the Will linebacker, Nate Gall. And again, it is another 3 and out for the Rebels.
Yeah, Carroll backed off of showing blitz there. They dropped back into the zone. They got plenty of pressure with their 4 men up front. Just nowhere to go with the ball for Davila.
So in comes the busiest man for Legacy. This is DJ Davis. Ready to punt it away for the 4th time. So now they've had the possession 4 times for a total of 6 yards, 7 yards. End over end punt. Going to bounce at the 40. Take a neutral roll, neutral bounce, and be down there. And here comes the Dragon offense back to work once again. They've had the possession 4 times and have scored 3 touchdowns.
And they've had the field position battle too. This time they're starting at their own 40. They have not been pinned back the way Midland Legacy has been all game.
Still 10:42 to go before halftime. Again, the winner gets Louisville next weekend. Then waiting the winner of that game and the other regional semifinal. Just the normal game between Trinity and Allen.
Yeah. All these historic names in Texas high school football.
Anderson to throw. Maryland makes the catch. There's that 6'3" Frey Keith, and they take it inside the 31-yard line.
Big target. Pass was high, no problem for him. I think it was hard to bring down too at the end. You know, Legacy could really use a spark from their defense. They got to somehow create a turnover, force something to happen here to benefit their offense.
It's a great throw by Anderson, throwing it over the linebacker. Now they'll get it to Allen, trying to get it to the outside. He does. He'll take it inside the 25 and be down to about the 24. Looks to be a pickup of about 8. Right now, Carroll is doing whatever they want to offensively.
Yeah, basically, and defensively, too. It's been a dominating performance. There's just no other way to say it for these SouthLake Carroll Dragons.
And again, this is a really good Rebels football team.
Yeah, they've got the credentials. It's just not their day so far.
I mean, this is a Rebels offense, and district play have scored 68, 65, 57, and 69.
If they could hold Carroll to a field goal or worse here, that would be a big win for them. Try to get to the locker room at halftime and regroup, maybe make something happen in the second half.
Anderson to throw. Doesn't have anything. Now comes here to Jordan. Makes a great leaping grab and gets a foot inbounds at the 18-yard line. Wow, what a catch by Jordan.
Gave him too much cushion. And Caden Anderson's going to find an open man there.
Here you see, get that 1 foot inbounds. And it's a fresh set of downs here for the Dragons.
I just don't know what you do if you're Midland Legacy. They just got to make something happen here.
Anderson. Give it to Owen Allen. And this time Owen Allen gets stood up a little bit. So there's a nice defensive play for the Rebels. As in there was Wesley Smith, the linebacker.
Yeah, they won that play. Now they've got to win 2 more plays back to back. And maybe they can get things going again offensively.
No gain that time. Bring up a 2nd down and 10. Dragons in the red zone. Or as they may say, the green zone. Play clock down to 12.
I call it center field.
That's more left field.
Yeah.
Anderson will hand it off to Allen. Allen gets through, and he gets close to the 10-yard line, about a yard shy of a first down to bring up 3rd down and short.
Well, they're just leaning on him. Just not no other way to say it. Owen Allen charging forward.
They'll give it to Allen. Running room inside the 5, and he's down to about the 2. It's first down and goal for Carroll. And they're going to go quick here. Ball's placed down. They're ready to snap it. Anderson hands it to Allen. Allen is into the end zone for a touchdown from 2 yards out. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the season. It's now 27-0 in favor of Carroll.
Well, it's just been pure domination. Carroll has not been stopped, not even been slowed down. It's about to become a 28-0 lead, assuming the extra point is good. And halftime can't get here fast enough for the Legacy Rebels. Might give them a chance to regroup.
Extra point is up and good, and with 8 minutes to go before halftime, it's Carroll 28, Legacy nothing. You are watching the Texas High School Football Playoffs on the NFHS Network. Owen Allen already over 100 rushing yards today for the Dragons. 15 carries, 102 yards, and 2 touchdowns. As his team is in front now, 28-0. Total yards, 222 for Carroll, 6 for Legacy. It has been that one-sided so far here in the first quarter and a half.
Well, the one good thing about it, you get the ball back and try to get something going on your half.
Looking for their first down of the game are the Rebels. They've got any exotics, this might be a time to bring one out.
Well, they've just got to be in shock right now. They have not been treated this way all season. They've stood up to some good teams, some good tough situations.
Legacy coached by Clint Hartman's done a good job with that school. Again, this is a team that's averaging 485 yards of offense per game. They've got 6 so far today against this stingy Carroll defense. Davila will hand it to Young, and Young will get about 4 yards right there. That'll get him into double figures in total yards. As Calder Bray, the defensive lineman, makes the stop.
It's a good start on first down. Makes things more manageable for second down.
2nd and 6, 4-man rush. They'll throw over the middle. Got his man. There's Brazel with the catch, and there's the first down of the game.
He had to pay the price, but he came in with a great catch there, diving over the middle.
And now they got a little tempo going here. As Brazel with his 49th reception of the season.
Just a little bit of confidence can make a huge difference.
Here's the give to Young, and Young gets forward. He'll get about 5. Now we're starting to see this Rebel offense kicking here a little bit.
Yeah, that's the way they envision things. And that was a good run. Best run maybe we've seen from him today.
2nd and 5 for the Rebels. McKylan Young gets it again. This time he'll be tackled in the backfield. Shooting through the Sam linebacker, Luke Ledbetter. And the senior gets his 2nd tackle for loss this season.
They went back to the well again. Thought they could get back-to-back running plays up the middle, and Carroll's defense not going to allow that. Now they've got a 3rd and long, and that is exactly where the SouthLake Carroll Dragons want it.
3rd and 8 from the 46. Davila, three-man rush, going deep down the left side, and it's going to be tipped and incomplete. They were looking for Brazel, but outstanding coverage from the quarterback, Avion Jones. He was step for step with the top receiver. Fourth down.
One of those 50 balls that the defense won. He really didn't have a good shot at it. The defender had great positioning and went up for the ball, too.
Can't do it any better than Avion Jones did right there.
Yeah.
Fourth down, punting unit comes on. Jason Jordan back deep for the Dragons. Fifth punt of the half for DJ Davis Jr.
DJ Davis really takes a running start at his punts, and so far it hasn't hurt him, though.
Flag flies at the snap. There's a good punt, his best of the day. Fair catch can be called for at the 10-yard line. Now we need to check flag.
Ideally,
an illegal procedure penalty. It's going to be against Midland Legacy. So I would imagine they'll have them re-punt it.
I think ideally, if you were a special teams coach, you'd want DJ to cut down on the number of steps he needs to get the ball off. But I wouldn't argue with what he's doing now. He's getting the ball deep and pinning back SouthLake Carroll.
So a decision for Riley Dodge is at the 13. They could take the 5 yards there or make him re-kick. I think you make him re-kick. That was a really good punt. That's exactly what they're going to do.
Yeah, there's always a chance to get better field position.
Otherwise, they would have had it at the 18-yard line after the 5 yards. Instead, they'll make Davis punt it once again.
With 6:24 remaining, time is running out on Lee to get something going here in the first half.
Yeah, I don't think any of us expected this kind of dominance from Carroll. Carroll certainly was the favored coming in, but boy, they look the part today, don't they?
Yes, they're ranked number 3 in the state, but you know Midland Legacy is number 16 in the state. You wouldn't think there'd be that much disparity, but so far it's been SouthLake Carroll's night.
Here's Davis to punt it away. Another good punt for him. It's going to send Jordan back inside the 10. Going to let it bounce there, so it doesn't work, and that's going to be down to the 1 yard line. Outstanding punt that time, all the way to the 1. Great job from the punter, DJ Davis Jr.
And bad decision by SouthLake Carroll to make him re-punt it, but that's the only thing that's gone wrong for SouthLake Carroll. He got a great foot into that punt and turned the ball over. It was almost like a spiral, like a pass. And he got that ball down there right where he needed to and got it to die just before the goal line.
Carroll's probably thinking, well, that just gives us a challenge to try to go 99 yards here.
Yeah.
And the way that their offense has been going, who are we to doubt that potential could happen? But this is where, if you're Legacy, where you need to force a turnover. You need a turnover to spark this team, to spark that crowd. Their crowd that has been here since the early get-go this evening, wanting something to cheer about. Instead, they're going to watch Owen Allen right up the gut and get all the way out to about the 12-yard line and pick up an 11 and a first down.
Yeah, the playbook for that there for the Legacy defense would have been to force Carroll into a passing situation deep and then maybe pick something off and get a pick six, but give up first down on the first play.
Allen up to 113 rushing yards here in this first half, along with 2 scores. Caden Anderson, he's 8 of 10 passing for 117 yards and a score. Anderson just a junior. Going to put Maryland in motion. Anderson will swing it out here to Jordan with blockers in front of him. Across the 20 to the 25. And well, you had Maryland blocking, you had Landon Sampson blocking, and that freed things up there for the nice gain and a first down.
A vicious block by Maryland. Boy, woo! He really lowered his shoulder
there. Yes. He ran right into Angelo Candelaria.
Well, Russell Maryland, his dad was a big old defensive tackle. He ends up being a receiver. And Nate Newton's son played here at Carroll. Trey, he was a running back. What's with these sons of these big linemen becoming skill players? I guess they got smarter.
First and 10. Anderson to throw. Comes here. Here's Maryland making the catch. And he'll fight forward. He'll get wrestled down to the ground about a couple yards shy of the first down. That's Katie Moses with the stop.
Well, you can see what Boston College, and I'm sure other colleges like about R.J. Maryland. Big target, nice big hands. He really soft hands, too. He brings the ball in nicely. He doesn't let it hit his chest or anything. Yeah,
quarterbacks love throwing to guys that are 6'3", that have soft hands, right?
Yeah, the term is catch radius now. He can get to more balls than an average receiver can with those long arms.
He runs good. He runs really good routes, too.
Yes.
Second and short for the Dragons. Second down and 2 from the 33. Anderson to pass. Pocket hold. He's going for it all. He's looking for Sampson and just a little overthrown. Sampson had a step, but the ball was just slightly overthrown. It'll bring up 3rd down and 2.
Yeah, that time they motioned the back out of the backfield. gave it up to Caden Anderson to make something happen, and he went for it all there. It just didn't pay off.
Just the luxury of receivers.
Oh, my gosh.
Maryland, Jordan, Sampson, Owen Ozer as well. Then you throw in Owen Allen, who can also catch it out of the backfield.
Well, that's been the tradition here at SouthLake Carroll. They've always had a lot of good receivers, not always Division I scholarship quality, but guys who can just go and get the ball and run great routes.
And a few decent quarterbacks as well,
Yeah,
as a timeout is taken by the Dragons. 4:16 to go before the half. They lead 28-0. You're watching the Texas High School Football Playoffs on the NFHS Network. Mike Peasley, Keith Whitmire with you here at Globe Life Field in Arlington for this Class 6A Division I area matchup. It's been all Carroll tonight, leading 28-0. They're looking at a 3rd down and 2 here from the 33. They will give it to Owen Allen. Allen will get the first down as he gets thrown down to the ground by Wesley Smith, but not before he gets 4 yards, and they'll move the chains. Again, this drive started for the Dragons at their own 1-yard line.
3rd and 2. It's nice to know you can just give the ball to Owen Allen. He's going to get you that first down.
He has been dependable. He's been reliable.
He knows how to find the open space, and he's got that hard-charging attitude there. He's not ever going to be easy to bring down.
And foes will have to see him one more year next year.
My goodness.
Opposing coaches are saying, have you not graduated yet? Really good player. Here's a little toss sweep here to Jordan. Jordan's got some running room at the 45-yard line. That's where he is met. Trying to drive forward for the first down. He'll come up about 2 yards shy. A gain of 8. They just keep the defense off balance.
Yeah, there's just too much to cover.
This is a well-coached football team, too. We haven't seen any holding penalties.
That's correct.
No mistakes.
They've got the recipe for success in SouthLake Carroll. There's no doubt about that.
Again, getting so close to state championship number 9 last year, coming 1 game short. Now Anderson flush from the pocket. He's running away. He's just going to have to throw it away. He was being chased by big old number 99 right there, Cam Curry. And when a guy at 6'2", 309 pounds is chasing you, you try to get away as fast as you can.
Yeah.
He's a big boy.
Good recommendation there. Yeah, for once, though, Legacy got a little pressure on him and didn't let Carroll do what it wanted. And now it's 3rd and short again, and last time they gave it to Owen Allen and let him get it. See what they do here.
3rd down and 2, you would assume this would be Owen Allen territory again. And indeed, it is Owen Allen, and it's going to depend upon the spot. And I don't think he got it from where they're spotting it here at the 46. He's going to be a yard shy. They'll bring up 4th down. Carroll go for it here from their own 46. As good as their offense has been, Keith, do you go for it here?
Yeah. Up 28-0. Why not risk it? Caden Anderson carried out a great fake there. If he keeps it, he's going a long way.
Anderson trying to get him to jump off sides.
Yeah.
Now they'll look back for the play. Play clock is still at 15 seconds.
Those crafty quarterbacks trying to get those linemen to jump off sides.
Anderson, there's the snap. We'll give it to Owen Allen, and I don't know, as it's Curry right in there that made the stop. This is going to depend upon the spot. Cam Curry making the big defensive play. And they may have to measure this one. They may have to bring the sticks from the far side.
I don't think Owen Allen got to hit the hole as fast as he wanted to. The exchange of the handoff took a little longer than wanted, and I don't know if Caden was still trying to read it or they just had a slow handoff. But
just eyeballing it, Keith, from where we are up here in the booth, I think he might be just a little bit short, as he needed to get that football to touch just about to the 47-yard line, about the 46 and a half, and he might be about 46 and a quarter.
Yeah, you're right. those sticks are so far away, and then right now they're still just eyeballing it. They haven't brought the sticks over to actually measure.
Because where our booth is here, right about the 45-yard line, we're looking right at it. Again, this is going to be about as close as you can get.
Might need to get the credit card out to see if there's a gap between the ball and the stick.
This would be a big stop for Legacy as they'll extend the chain. He's short. He's short by about 3/4 of the length of the football.
Well, Legacy defense stood up that time.
How about that? They needed that. Now they need points here with 2:18 to go, and they have 2 timeouts remaining.
Well, Legacy, you see what they do with their 2-minute offense here. Maybe that changing to a hurry-up 2-minute offense might be, light a fire under them. Sometimes when you're forced to change what you normally do, you find something. And then obviously Legacy's still searching for offensive success here.
So 2:18, they start in plus territory. There's at least a little positivity for the Rebels getting that stop. But again, Davila's 3 of 8 passing for just 21 yards here in this first half. Brazel, their top receiver, wide up wide to the left. Fake it to Young. Pocket holds all day to throw, all day. Now he's flushing, he'll dump it out, and it's incomplete. It's off the fingertips of Addison.